Hello, today I will talk about quiet confidence. There is a kind of confidence that doesn't need to speak loudly, doesn't need to shine instantly, and has nothing to do with competing for the spotlight. It doesn't come from trying to overpower or manipulate others just to prove one's worth. In fact, this confidence is often disguised beneath a quiet, shy exterior, easily mistaken for weakness or fragility. But have you ever truly looked into the eyes of such people? Is there a moment when all emotion fades from their face? Not when they are smiling, not when they are in love or trying to please someone, and suddenly, not when they're angry and performing strength through the control. I mean, the moment they become still. When everything goes quiet, their eyes, their voice, their presence, and yet something within you just knows. They know exactly what they are doing. No noise, no theatres, but sharp like a blade cutting through doubt. I call this quiet confidence.
So, where does quiet confidence come from?
1. Inner steadiness. This isn't stubbornness, it's an internal anchoring. The ability to stay rooted while the world outside might be collapsing. They don't bend easily under other judgment, attention, or pressure. They have their own assets to revolve around. 2. Real experiences. Heartbreak, betrayal. Nobody just wakes up calm one day by accident. Behind that quietness, their story, lost, being misunderstood, even having their dignity taken away. But they didn't let on that break the real them inside. They stood their ground, they didn't run, they didn't let the pain make them lose touch with who they really are. 3. They face their own darkness. Quiet confidence isn't just about staying calm when the world gets loud. It's about staying honest when your own mind turns against you. They face the shadows, the anger, the shame, the insecurities. They didn't pretend to be above it. They didn't push it away or blame it on others. They sat with it. They let it teach them. And that's why they're steady now. Not because they've never been shaken, but because they made the parts of themselves that once scared them and made them peace. 4. They don't let others define their worth. They don't need to outshine anyone just to feel seen. They don't need to win every argument to feel secure. Because they are not here to prove they're right. They are here to live what's real. And in the world that's always trying to be louder, that quiet confidence, that's real strength. Yeah, at the beginning they might panic. They might freeze. They might feel like the whole world just flipped upside down. And maybe it looks like they're weak. Maybe it looks like they don't know what to do. But that's not the truth. That's just the wave of emotion. And they're not scared to feel it. They don't run. They let it pass through. And when it's done, their storm inside settles. You'll see it. The quiet fire, the steady eyes, the part of them doesn't shake anymore. The part that remembers exactly who they are. That's not falling apart. That's arrival. That's power. The kind you don't need to shout about. 5. They don't need to prove themselves because they already know who they are. You can't look at their present and guess their next move. They're in a rush. They don't scramble to impress because they know this is not a sprint, this is a marathon.
and they carry the calm endurance of someone who truly understands their destination.
Quiet confidence doesn't need to be seen to be real. It lives quietly within them, like a kind of inner gravity. It doesn't shout, doesn't chase, doesn't beg to be understood. And for that reason, once you truly see it, you never forget it.